Part 2. Follow his miraculous signs. From John 2 to 11. Introduction to Part 2. Signs serve a specific function. They point towards something greater. When you see a sign saying, "Welcome to Newman," the sign is not the city itself. The sign simply points toward the city. In the preface of his book, 7 Convincing Miracles, Erwin W. Lutzer observes that John calls the miracles of Christ signs, that is, representations that point beyond themselves to a doctrinal truth. The Apostle John specifically introduced the theme of miraculous signs in the 2nd chapter of his gospel. He presented the story of the miracle at the wedding at Cana. Then he stated, "This, the first of his miraculous signs, Jesus performed at Cana in Galilee." John 2:11. John also identified the second of his miraculous signs, which followed the story of the healing of the official's son. He stated, "This was the second miraculous sign that Jesus performed, having come from Judea to Galilee." John 4:54. John did not specifically identify all 7 of the miracles. The healing of the paralyzed man at the pool of Bethesda is counted as a miraculous sign, but was not specifically stated as such. John 5:1-15. He did, however, give the reader some clues. Right before the story of the feeding of the 5,000, John stated, "A great crowd of people followed him because they saw the miraculous signs he had performed on the sick." John 6:2. The story of the miraculous feeding of the 5,000 is immediately followed by the story of the miraculous walk on the water. The gospel proceeds without another miraculous sign until we get to the 9th chapter, which tells the story of Jesus healing the blind man. The fact that this was a miraculous sign was established by a dissenting group of Pharisees. But others asked, "How can a sinner do such miraculous signs?" So they were divided. John 9:16. The final miraculous sign that John recorded was the raising of Lazarus. Again, the Pharisees are the ones who identify it as a miraculous sign. Here is a man performing many miraculous signs. John 11:47. Some scholars have advocated that the miraculous catch of fish was the final sign. John 21:1-14. It is interesting to note, however, that John gave his conclusion about the miraculous signs at the end of chapter 20. Jesus did many other miraculous signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book, but these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. John 20:30-31. These verses give us the purpose for these miraculous signs very succinctly. The miraculous signs were written into John's gospel in order to convince the reader about who Jesus is, that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, which means the Messiah.